Hey fisherman, Aqua Duelist here, and the last 3 weeks I've been playing sharks at my locals. If you didn't know, now you know. And it's been clapping pretty freaking hard actually. So there's a fish card that I've been holding out on playing for a few reasons, and if you guys don't have this card, you should pick it up. It's a card called XC Remore. Don't know if y'all heard of it. So this card's actually insanely good, guys. Before we jump into it, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button, guys. Really helps the channel, and let's jump into this. Alright, fishermen, so if you're not familiar with XC Remore, it's a pretty old card. It's a level 4 water fish monster with 800 attack, 800 defense. And its effect is you can special summon it by detaching 2 materials from monsters you control. When you do, you special summon 2 fish monsters from your graveyard in face-up defense. Their battle position can't be changed, their effects are negated, and they can only be used as XC material for a water XC monster. So right there is, just no once per turn on it. So effectively, if you have 2 of these in your hand, you can use the effect, essentially, if you have 2 fish monsters from grave, or, in grave. The thing is, though, you could essentially just detach, 2 fish monsters from an or 2 fish monsters from an XC monster, and right there, you have 2 fish monsters in the graveyard. Right there, the requirements met. So that's pretty freaking cool, actually. Just wanted to throw it out there. Alright, guys, so you can see how good of a card XC or more is. I'm actually going to run through a quick combo with you guys. This is just, the best one, I feel. There's other combos and stuff, for it and all, but this is just, the basic best one. So, what you want to do is normal summon a Buzzsaw Shark. You're going to use Buzzsaw Shark's effect, target itself, special summon a level 4 fish from the deck. We're just going to say a Silent Angler, because why not? So, you're going to XC summon a Bahamut Shark using your Buzzsaw and your Silent Angler up in the extra monster zone. You're going to detach to summon a Totally Awesome, so now you're protected from the Nibiru. You're then going to summon a Drill Driver Beedrill over that Bahamut Shark up in the extra monster zone. Now, because of this, we can actually activate XC Remora, from the hand, because the conditions met. We have a monster with 2 materials on it, so we're going to detach the material we didn't detach off Bahamut Shark, and we're going to detach Bahamut Shark from the Drill Driver Beedrill, and we're going to special summon the XC Remora, and we're going to special summon the Buzzsaw and the Silent Angler from the grave. So we got 3 bodies on the field right now. We're going to then take Buzzsaw and Silent Angler and make a second Bahamut Shark. Now, we can essentially take any extender we have in hand that's water. We'll just say Silent Angler, and special summon the Silent Angler from the hand. So now we have 2 more bodies. So what we can do here is make a third Bahamut Shark. We can then detach a material from each Bahamut Shark to make a Totally Awesome. So now we have 3 Toads, we have 2 Bahamut Sharks, and a Drill Driver on the field. Now what we can do here is we can actually take the 2 Bahamut Sharks, and then, make Utopic Future, and then Utopic Draco. So right there, off of 3 cards, we have 3 Omni Negates with a Monster Negate, and, that literally is basically a Snatch Steal as well, so that's pretty cool. So basically what XC or More is on its own is basically a 1-card Bahamut Shark, which gets you the Toad, which is an Omni Negate. So it's a 1-card Omni Negate, essentially, and it also gets you another body to go into another XC, which is pretty freaking cool, actually. One of the things I do want to point out is now that we have a White Mirror here on the TCG, I feel like that actually just pushes XC Remora an extent, because, in tandem with Buzzsaw, because Buzzsaw can essentially summon a copy from deck, and then, you can White Mirror to basically summon a copy from the grave once it's in the grave, and you can add XC Remora to hand. You would need to do a little more, setup to be able to use XC Remora from hand that turn if, you just Buzzsaw and, just grab it with a White Mirror, but it's still, really good for next turn, essentially. I think the just the fact that we have access to White Mirror in particular really pushes XC Remora a bit more and makes it better. So that's something I feel like I was just worth pointing out. XC Remora is currently going for about $4 or $5 a copy, and I think the value you get off of it, being you get to make a Bahamut. It's a 1 card Bahamut Shark, which gets you Toad, and you have another body to essentially make another Bahamut Shark if you have an extender. I think that's relatively pretty good. Like, it's common. It's a older common. It's not once per turn at all. So that's just kind of insane to me, honestly. The fact that when they print the card, they never put a once per turn on there. Like, that's so stupid. So I do think, like, its current, for its current price point, what it does and warrants, essentially, I think it's worth it if you don't have a copy. Sadly, if you been around when it came out, obviously the card was way cheaper back then. I pretty much have had my copies for years. Like, it was just one of those cards to me that when I read effectively back in the day, I was like, this is great. Kind of like just like a penny stock almost. It was just a really good card that had potential. And I think now that, with the way fish are, with what we have access to, this card's insanely freaking good. Like, holy crap. So I definitely think it needs to be brought into light, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because not everybody is playing it. If you saw my fish deck profile I did a little while ago, sharks, with Kragen and all that good stuff, I wasn't playing it in there for the time, time recording. I just chose not to for a couple reasons. One being, I obviously didn't have, the Utopic Draco at the time. I just got my hands on that. So yeah, there was like a few reasons why, but regardless, I wanted to, if I was going to play the card, I wanted to get the most out of it, essentially. So now I'm going to be able to, I'm going to be playing it, and this card's stupidly freaking good. There's no reason not to play if you're playing, a sharkfish deck, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys so much for actually sticking to the end of this video. I mean, it's the first time we've done, kind of like a discussion and combo tutorial into one. There's other combos, obviously, out of what I just shown. Like I said, I felt like it was the best one. So, guys, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button. Really helps the channel out. Go ahead and harpoon that like button. That helps out as well. Comment any comments y'all have. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this card. And link in the description down below to my Instagram if you all want to follow me on there. And I will see y'all in the next video, guys. Perfect.